we have done a top 3 draft of the 3 places that we would want to stay at if we were NBA players having to stay at the Disney World resorts. I guess I'll go first.
Okay.
This one was an easy choice. Easy choice for number 1. The Polynesian Village Resort Bungalows. Very nice location. And I don't know if you know what a bungalow is, but it's basically like a little house on the water.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing cooler than a house on water. Like, I don't know how they do it. And to be honest, I'm not sure I want to know because that might ruin the experience for me.
Must be tough if a hurricane comes through or choppy water.
We like to be optimistic. And I think it just encapsulates the idea of a house on water encapsulates the magic that I associate most with Disney World. And another thing, they have TVs in the bathroom mirror.
The bathroom mirror?
Inside of it. A TV and a mirror. We just saw a spaceship take off, and nothing against those people, but a TV in a bathroom mirror seems borderline impossible.
Now, I've had, TVs right at eye level in urinals before.
But not in a mirror.
No, I'm not even sure what that means.
Neither am I.
Does that even, is it even a mirror at that point?
It's a TV and a mirror. They call it a mirror, so I'm assuming.
I guess. Okay.
I mean, I'm going off of Disney's credibility here,
Yeah.
which I assume is high. A TV in a bathroom mirror seems borderline impossible, and it's potentially the only thing that could outdo a house on water. Imagine how peaceful it is to sit down, take a dump, look to your left, see the waves flowing in right next to you out the window. They probably put a window right next to the shitter, and then looking to your right and just being able to watch SportsCenter. That's what I imagine heaven is like.
It does sound nice. Good for you. Good pick. I'll go with one of mine. Contemporary Resort. You get views of the Magic Kingdom fireworks. Who doesn't love good fireworks, right?
No, fireworks are the best.
Mm-hmm.
Besides house.
You can view the electrical water pageant from the hotel. Now, this one confused me because electrical and water immediately don't sound like a good mix to me.
But I think that's what makes them a good mix.
Exactly. I think it would be something that I would really want to check out and be like, well, what's up with this electrical water pageant? A couple of things, though, that I still like it, but a couple of things that were interesting to me. The pool, at least in this, says the pool isn't anything special. Now, I don't know what that means. Now, what's their scale on pools? Like, is it just a regular in-ground pool, shallow and deep end? How big is the deep end? I don't know.
There's some interesting pools at Disney.
I'm sure, exactly. But what is that? Like, the pool isn't anything special? I'm sure it's still awesome to a lot of people's standards. And this one, the bathrooms don't have separate sinks and showers.
They don't.
They don't, which I'm a fan of.
What do you mean by separate sinks and showers? Because that makes me think that the sink is in the shower.
It also confused me, which, again, made me like it.
That's intrigue. Yeah, intrigue. You
I'm not even sure what it means. The bathrooms don't have separate sinks and showers. Is there just one sink and one shower in the whole thing?
I think it means that the sink and the shower are the same thing.
So you have to turn the shower on and use it as a sink.
As a sink, yes.
Or you have to turn the sink on and use it as a shower, which would be a lot harder to do.
It works both ways, yeah.
But that made me like it.
But it's versatile.
Yeah, that made me like it. So the water pageant, the fireworks, the pool, and the combined shower sink.
Yeah.
You went with sink shower, I went shower sink.
You went shower shink.
So, hey, whatever floats your boat.
Speaking of pools, and speaking of boats.
Okay.
I'm happy you said that. The Caribbean Beach Resort. One word for you.
Mm-hmm.
Pirates. Place is all about pirates. Who never thought pirates were cool? Pirates are awesome. I'll give you an example. You see a pirate with an eye patch, and you're like, oh, that's badass. He probably got it knocked out with a sword or something. Mm-hmm. You see a regular person with an eye patch, and you're like, what the fuck's wrong with that?
Weird. Mm-hmm.
Like, there's a lack of excitement that comes from regular people being blind in comparison to a pirate. It's just not as fun. So, the Caribbean Beach Resort, pirate rooms, pirate pool, and a pool bar called the Banana Cabana.
Which a good name.
Yeah. Which I actually think...
And goes back to one of our teachers in high school.
That's true, too. which is
Mr.
why I
Cabana.
thought you would enjoy it. Yeah.
Mr. Cabana, who was one of my favorite teachers.
And I also think Banana Cabana is what Chris D'Elia was saying when he impersonated Eminem in that Logic song. But regardless, pirate life is the ultimate higher living experience.
Pirate life. Okay.
Arr.
I like our matey. I have the beach club.
I actually stayed there.
Oh, really?
Yes, I have been there. It's a good choice.
So maybe you can comment on some of these things.
Sure.
They have childcare, which is big for the players. Some of the players.
That's true.
If I was a player and I had kids, that would be big for me.
Thinking about it from the player perspective, definitely
Right? If I got to go off, say I've had a kid, but a baby mom is not in the picture anymore. Right? She's out. I'm bringing my kids because of course they were like, "Yo,
Disney.
Dad, I want to go to Disney, please." So I'm like, "Sure," but I still got to play these games, right? There's childcare.
I think that might even be better than the pirate perspective when considering NBA players. But yes, continue.
Okay. This one has the best pool at any resort,
It does.
which is Now, can you expand on what the pool is like?
So they have a huge pool in between the beach club and the yacht club that they
Okay.
both share.
Okay.
And inside that pool, there's like a ton of stuff. It's like a water park.
It's cool. Okay,
Small
mini water park. Mm-hmm.
And there's like slides and a lazy river that goes around the middle of it. Mm-hmm. And like, who doesn't love a lazy river?
No,
lazy river
everybody.
might be better than like an actual water slide because
Yeah.
you can go
And
at
it's
your
a lot
own
longer.
pace. Yeah, you can control it. Imagine the
Go
R
around
and
as-
R.
There's no line really.
No, you go at your own pace. You can just sit there. You don't have to wait. And imagine the R&R that players are going to get just floating on the breeze.
I would love to see Taco fall just in a water slide or on his tippy toes in the deep end of a pool. See how far he can go and
So this is-
still be above water.
This is the place for him.
I guess so. So I mean, the best pool at any resort. I mean, I didn't know that I could actually confirm this, but apparently we can.
Yeah,
you've
Storm
been there.
Along Bay is what it's called.
And this one, some rooms have standing balcony only.
You can only stand.
You can only stand, which at the end of a long day, normally you'd want to sit. I don't know why this one intrigued me.
Sometimes you want to stand. Sometimes
Sometimes
you
you
got
want to stand, right? And the kids, they can't sit down. They won't fall asleep out there.
It's true. You don't have to worry about anybody falling off the balcony because they won't be able to sleep.
Exactly.
And that's the only way you can fall if you're asleep.
I just thought
Fall asleep.
it was more of just a weird fact that I liked while I was reading through them.
They also have the best ice cream parlor
Oh,
out of any of the resorts called Beaches and Cream.
you like the names. You're big on the names.
And you can get a big kitchen sink where they just shove all the ice cream in like this big, huge thing and you got to eat it all. So
I gotta
that's
go
another
here. I
perk.
guess I gotta go to one of these.
Yeah. My last one, I don't know if this is kind of cheating because this doesn't come out until 2021, which is why I put it third, but it's too unbelievable not to mention. I'm going to put you in the scene here. Imagine James Harden and Russell Westbrook pull up to their hotel. They get into this little bunker thing, blast off into space. Doors open to a giant ship where the lobby is filled not only by stormtroopers, but Chewbacca himself. He'll probably make friends with Steven Adams, who is at the resort as well. Chewbacca, not the other two.
Yeah.
I mean, they're already friends with him. They go to their rooms, look out the window, space. They're in space. They share awesome Star Wars bunk beds, get to do fun activities the next day. Everyone gets their own lightsaber. Awesome. And this would be an easy number 2 if it was open, like I said. But I'm not sure if space is better than House on Water. So, plus, like, bungalow just sounds a lot cooler to the point that if bungalow meant space and space meant bungalow, I'd probably put bungalow number 1 regardless of what it defined.
I think that is better in a way, being in space, because we've been on water before.
But have you been on a house on water?
Personally, I guess not. No, but I've never been in space, or even close to it.
I've had space.
You've had space?
Yeah, like we're keeping a safe
Oh,
space right now.
okay.
That's what I'm saying. Space is such a universal term that I could say, like, I've been in space.
Okay.
Like, if you're a football player, you play in space.
Sometimes, if you're
Yeah.
good enough. Okay. My last one, the animal kingdom.
I've also stayed here.
First off, animals.
Ah,
You don't like animals?
so I've thought about this. I thought about putting the animal kingdom in mine. I think seeing giraffes outside your window would get old eventually.
Well, I mean, we're not staying there.
They're staying there for the end of the season.
Forever.
I don't think Chewy gets old.
You think it would get old that quickly, seeing animals?
I don't think like quickly. I think if you're there for like a week, but like if you're living with Gerald the giraffe for a few months and you just have to go out your window and see Gerald walking around all the time, I think
you and Timmy the tiger could become pretty good friends.
I don't know. I feel like you might build a relationship that's like too strong.
That you think it'd be hard to leave?
That too. Yeah.
You like leave them a note, make it into a paper airplane, and throw it into the.
You could get too attached. I think that's
okay.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I think it'd be a good thing. Then you could go back maybe on another vacation. Maybe your kids again. Going back to the kids because there is childcare at this one as well. Your kids could create a bond, and then they would want to go back year in and year out.
Yeah.
And then see Timmy the tiger, Gerald the giraffe.
And then when you go up to the animal, like then they like run together and hug like on all those videos on YouTube, which probably would get like a lot of views and boost your popularity.
Right. Good
to the
PR
point where
you
might get
Your agent's gonna eat this up.
And more endorsements.
Yep.
So okay, I see your
now
perspective.
they do have dedicated buses at the Animal Kingdom, which I didn't know was a big thing. Now some of the parks share buses.
Yep.
Which can cause delays. Correct.
Correct.
But this one has dedicated. I just like the wording that they
Dedicated,
used.
yeah.
Dedicated buses.
Well, the buses are dedicated to their job.
Yeah.
And I think that's really the thing.
Like some of the buses are first glance. I was like, are some of the buses not dedicated? Or are they just like, I'm going to take a long lunch?
These NBA players are professionals that are very dedicated to what they do, so they deserve dedicated busing. So I understand.
I thought so too. That's why it was one of my better choices.
Okay, you may have sold me.